Good morning, Pokemon fans. Mega Teddiursa here, and today we are going to do something a little bit different on this channel. Today is the 10 things you should know about Pokemon. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1. Rhyhorn was the first Pokemon ever created. Yes, our favorite rock and ground type, Rhyhorn, was in fact the first Pokemon ever created. In an interview with Ken Sugimori, we found out that Rhyhorn was actually the first drawn-up Pokemon. Now, this didn't lead to him being number 1 in the Pokedex, but it gave him the name as the Pokemon who started the franchise. Number 2. Trainers eat Pokemon, and Pokemon do die. Now, this is a little bit of a darker subject, but yes, Pokemon are eaten and they do die. For example, in the first season, there are various mentions of Magikarp sashimi. Oh man, I need some Magikarp sashimi right now. But yes, there's various mentions of Magikarp sashimi, and there's actually an episode where Brock and Ash are dreaming of the Magikarp sashimi. I don't know how it tastes, but how else would a Pokemon trainer survive other than eating berries and twigs, or whatever Brock makes? It's pretty good, I guess. Now this leads into the next part of this fact. Pokemon do die. In the original Red and Blue games, when you arrive to Lavender Town, you see Gary in the cemetery. When you talk to him, you see he's a little down, and he is talking about the lost Pokemon. Now ever since that point of the game, he only has 5 Pokemon in his party. Where the hell did this guy's Raticate go? It is not confirmed that he did die, but all the points are leading to the fact that his Raticate is dead and is buried in Lavender Town. Number 3. Pokemon names actually have their own backstory. Now, it's no surprise that the Pokemon franchise decided to dive a little bit deeper and give these names a little bit more beef to them, and they gave them backstories that actually mean things. For example, Pikachu. In Japan, the crackle of energy makes a Pika Pika sound, where a mouse makes a chew sound. Hence, together, it created the name Pikachu. Another example is Venusaur. Vena is supposed to represent the Venus flytrap, and Saur is supposed to represent a lizard. Therefore, combined, its name is Venusaur. Number 4. Pokemon are all different. Now, I know Pokemon look different. I know when you see a Jigglypuff, it's different than that Charmander you saw. That is not what I'm talking about. I am talking about each Pokemon of that individual species is actually different. For example, each Pokemon has their own nature. What a nature is basically a given stat that a Pokemon starts off with that will elevate more than the rest of their stats. For example, a Magikarp with an adamant nature will be better than a Magikarp with a modest nature. The reason being is because adamant will raise their attack stat, whereas a modest nature will lower their attack stat, but their special attack will come up. This makes every Pokemon in the Pokemon world different than the last. Number 5. Pokemon Origins is the real big boy Pokemon show. I know many of you have heard of Pokemon Origins, and yes, it is not a Pokemon-made show. Now, this is going to be the only thing that is not truly Pokemon, but they have stayed so true to the actual franchise that it feels like it was made by Nintendo and Game Freak. Now, this was originally released in 2013 by Media Factory, and you would venture your way with Red and Blue and see basically everything that you played in the original games. I personally have watched Pokemon Origins, and it is a one-series show, and it is amazing. The battles are real. The Pokemon catches are realer. I mean, this whole season is just a great show. God. If you didn't check it out yet, please check out Pokemon Origins. It is an amazing show. Number 6! Arcanine was supposed to be a legendary dog. Arcanine was supposed to be a legendary fire dog. Now I know we all love Arcanine and we wouldn't trade him for where he is or where his placement is in the game. But originally he was made to be a legendary fire dog. But after review, he was switched out with the legendary bird Moltres to complete the legendary bird trio. I think after some review, they kind of regretted their decision, and in the second generation, they finally added that legendary fire dog, Entei. Number 7. Clefairy was actually supposed to be the face of Pokemon. Yes, Clefairy was supposed to be the Pokemon given to Ash by Professor Oak. But because of Pikachu's popularity, they decided to switch out Clefairy with our yellow friend because it just wouldn't have the same feel. And I have to be honest, if Clefairy was the Pokemon mascot, I don't think I'd feel the same about the franchise at all. Number 8. The Pokemon games were inspired by the collection of insects. In a Time interview with Satoshi Tajiri, he explains how he used to collect bugs as a child. Like a lot of kids in his era, he had fun enjoying collecting bugs and studying them. This led to the creation of Pokemon and led to one of the biggest games ever created. Number 9. A fish actually played Pokemon. Yes, that is right. Grayson Hopper is known as the first fish ever to play Pokemon. Now, he did not beat the game, and it was a very slow gameplay. He went in a tank, and whichever way he swam was a different command. He did choose his first starter, Charmander, and ended up beating Gary Squirtle. Give it up for the fish. Number 10. Raikou is the only legendary that Ash hasn't met. What's that all about? If you've watched Pokemon Chronicles, the side story of Pokemon, Gold does in fact meet Raikou. Now I think this is why they were saving Raikou for this show. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. This is Mega Teddiursa. If you have any facts that I did not put in this video, please add them in the comments below. If you liked what I did, subscribe and check out my other videos. I will be back Wednesdays and Saturdays. Yes, I know this is a Sunday morning, but there was a problem yesterday and I could not get it uploaded. But either way, guys, keep it going. Gotta catch 'em all. Take it easy. Peace out.